Leave it. Leave it. Clean up. Good boy. Leave it. Clean up. Good boy. Good morning, we're back on the sofa with another cup of coffee. I just said cup of coffee again, like my meme thing that Simon made me. A little foggy today, I think I need another cup of coffee. Today, I didn't sleep very well last night, you can probably tell by my face. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to be filming today because I do have quite a bit to do and I'm tired. So I thought for today, perhaps what I would do is do a bit of a plant tour because I have had that requested. So I thought I would do a plant tour, and I want to move some of my plants up to the bathroom because I have a shelf in there that I would like to, like, it's empty and we don't have anything to put in it other than plants. So I thought what I would do, because a few of my plants aren't really loving being outside and there seems to be a lot of pests, there's a lot of spiders, snails are an issue. So although a lot of them are thriving outside, some of them really aren't. So I thought I might shift some of the ones that aren't thriving up to the bathroom and do that today. So it's going to be pretty hot too. I haven't checked the forecast, but I think it's going to be in the mid-30s today. So today is going to get pretty hot in the house as well. So I thought what I would do today is sit down, edit yesterday's vlog, get that all up and going, and start doing a bit of a plant tour and then shifting some plants, and that'll probably be it for today, honestly. I'm going to relax a little bit because I'm very tired. I need to do a bit of a shopping list for Sunday's brunch that I mentioned, and yeah, I have a few things I need to do, so, and it's going to be hot, so I'll probably end up sitting here under the air conditioner. But I will stop yakking for now and I will get on with my editing, and then I'll bring you back in for the plant tour. Alright, so we're outside, it's pretty warm. I probably won't be too loud because there's other people in neighbouring backyards. But yeah, I thought I'd start the plant tour. I probably won't go through my prop boxes because I do have some of those, but I'll just go through the plants that I have and yeah, just quickly give you a rundown. I have a lot of them. So yeah, let's see how we go. We'll start in this back corner of my yard. This guy is pretty ratty looking. You can see didn't do too well in the move, so I think I need to really chop it back, but it does have some new growth here and new growth there. That is, as you can see, it's a Philodendron Red Wing. We'll come around here, and this guy needs some help. He's sort of drying up out here in the sun, so I do need to chop and prop that because it is very papery. So I'm gonna have to chop that pretty soon and start a new propagation. So that is a Tradescantia tricolor. Then I have two snake plants down here that came from my mother-in-law's garden. These pots I think are too small because they keep falling over, so I think I need to put them in something bigger, but that's where they are for now. And we have a very silly old dog sitting in the sun. What are you doing sitting in the sun? Hey? You're too old to be sitting in the sun, Bobby. We don't want you getting too hot. No. Heading over here, these are some containers that we need to get rid of, but yeah, this is a Persian Shield, so it's this amazing purple leaves, so hopefully that's coming up okay on the camera. And I'll go around this side first. We've still got crap that we haven't gotten rid of or put away since we moved. Oh, looks like my little rope plant's fallen over. Okay, so we'll start from the top. As you can see, we have a lot of spiders around here, so that's why I'm worried about some of my plants, because there's just so many spiders. That little guy hiding in there, that is a Calathea mycoana. We've got a Hoya Carry Eye there, we've got the rope Hoya. We have this guy, which is a Burlmarks Philodendron. Got a Hoya memoria in there. It's not looking too happy, it's a bit yellow. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do about that. This guy, I can't do alocasias. This alocasia, it was a Purpuria Red Secret, and it just, yeah, I struggled with it at the last house, and then when I brought it here it just was not happy being outside. So because I'm no good with alocasias, I just let it go, honestly. I wasn't going to stress about it. So I've got 2 more Hoyas in here, Arnotiana and Potsii version Chiang Mai, and then this guy here is a Syngonium Fantasy. So one of my latest leaves has not got very much variegation on it, so I might need to chop it back, but it does look like the next leaf is quite white. So yeah, I do like the mix of the white and the green. So yeah, we'll see what this new leaf looks like. Up here we have a plant that I bought with a voucher from my mother-in-law, so this one's a bit of a special one. This is a Dragon's Tail Philodendron. So it's that guy. This guy here is looking a little bit sad there. Got a dead leaf. But this is a Syngonium 3 Kings. I really do like Syngoniums. So I have a few of them. Down here we have a variegated chain of hearts, and then we've got a regular chain of hearts. These are some that I propagated from my other plant. Just behind there I have some Brazil, Philodendron Brazil propagations that are looking pretty sad because they did get burned. I put them in a greenhouse when they were very first newly cut, and yeah, that didn't really agree with them. Okay, moving down to the next shelf. That is a Calathea Bellmarks or a Tenanthe Bellmarks. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. And I've got some more Hoya. I've got another just a regular Potsii. Down the bottom I've got an Obovata, and that one over in the back is the a Hoya Australis. And then I have a Red Vein Maranta. That is just a regular yellow variegated Devil's Ivy. We have a little Manjula Pothos in there. We have a Syndapsis argyrius. Down in here we've got a Tenanthe Laberciana Mosaica, I think is what it's called. And then down in there, I think that is a Philodendron Macaulay's Finale. And this poor guy here is looking a bit sad. That's a Domino Lily, Peace Lily, which needs some water by the looks of it. Probably shouldn't really be in terracotta because, yeah, they're pretty thirsty. This guy down here is another Hoya. That is a pink silver, I think is what it is. It's a pubicalyx pink silver. And then down here is another little outside variegate rope Hoya. We have an inside variegate rope Hoya. That is a Crimson Princess, Crimson Queen Hoya, and that is a Crimson Princess Hoya. And over there, finally over this side, that one is also not looking too well. I think it might be getting burnt, too much sun or pests possibly, so that one probably needs a chop back. That is a Calathea Fasciata. This poor guy is a jasmine plant which I was going to plant here somewhere, and it's just turned up its toes, and I'm not quite sure why. It's been getting fertilized and watered the same as everything else, but again, it could be pests. As you can see, there is, if I can get it to focus, it probably won't, there is spider webs all over this, so we really need to do something about the spiders. And we keep getting lots of leaf litter coming down from the trees next door. Alright, so this one is a Fiddle Leaf Fig, but this is the Bambino variety. I have a Piper crocatum in here, which has got these amazing leaves. This guy was supposed to be a Philodendron Florida Ghost, but I have yet to see any white leaves, and this new leaf here looks like it also is just going to be green, so that was a bit of a fail. This one in here is a Pothos Marble Queen. This one here is a Poo Princess, otherwise known as a Pink Princess, that is not giving out any pink. That poor little guy in there I think is getting eaten, and that is a, oh, let me think, it's a Peperomia. I can't think exactly what it is, but I will put it on the screen if I can find the name of it. Going along the bottom here, this is a Peace Lily which got watered this week, but it still looks pretty sad, so I might give it a bit more water. Got a Syngonium batik down there. This one is a silver dollar vine. We have an Aglionema here, which got a little bit burned. I had it out in full sun, so it got a little bit faded and almost burned, and that's a Lucky Red, I believe, or a Lady Valentine. It'll say on there, I think it's a Lady Valentine. Then I have a Stromanthe tricolour, and what are they called? Tristar or tricolour. I have this guy that my mother-in-law gave me, which is also not looking too flash, but I did give it a fertilise and a water the other day. It is a type of geranium, I believe. It's the citronella one. This little fern down here, I think it's too dry here for this little fern as well, even though he is very lovely. I don't have much luck with ferns, so that one might get passed on. This little guy down here with a fly on it is a Monstera Siltepecana propagation that I did. Okay, over here we have, this one was called a Philodendron. You see all of the cobwebs on there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But this one I think was called a Philodendron Rubians Burgundy. And I can show you that it's actually got a lot more pink variegation than that other Pink Princess, when this is supposed to be a lower variegation version of it. Back down in here we've got a little curly lipstick plant. This is my second curly lipstick plant, and I don't know what I'm doing. I can't, they don't like me, so if this one dies I'm not going to be getting another one. We have a red bristle philodendron here. I do have this alocasia that has not died yet. This is the dragon scale alocasia. And don't mind my stands, we need braces on them, they keep falling over, so it's a little bit skew-if. Down in here we have a black pagoda lipstick plant. And I've got a parlor palm. I've got a Monstera adansonii propagations that I made, a philodendron birkin. And then coming up we have a money plant, which is a Pilea peperomoides. That one in there I think is a Monstera Lechleriana, which is a propagation I did along with this one and this one here. And then I have a ZZ plant. So it's just a regular ZZ plant in there. I think it's leaning a little bit because it's trying to get to the light. I have a string of turtles in there. My string of turtles weren't doing very well. As you can see, there's some sort of bug in there as well. I have two of them, so that's one. Then I have this begonia in here. It's an angel wing begonia, and again it looks like it's getting eaten, which is not great, not ideal. Coming up, this is a Philodendron micans that all the leaves kind of died off on it, but it has been sprouting, as you can see, some new growth. This one is a Peperomia red ripple, I think is what it's called. Again, this one looks like it's being eaten, which is not fab. Here's my other string of turtles. I don't know if they're going to survive. The other ones are probably in better shape, but neither of them are in really good shape, so I don't know how they're going to go. I have more string of hearts here. This is my mother Philodendron Brazil plant. Got string of pearls in there. This guy I think is a spider plant. These two were gifts from a friend of my mother-in-law. And then this one is one of the plants that made me actually want to start collecting plants, and this one is a Philodendron caudatum, or caudatum. Then I have this guy, which is a Jade Pothos. This one is a Peperomia Galaxy Metallica, I believe is what it's called. This one is a Pink Princess. It's a bit more pink, as you can kind of see in there, than the other that I have. This is the Monstera Lechleriana again. This is one of my OG plants. This is Gertrude. She is my peace lily. A couple of her flowers have failed to do anything. They've just dried out, so that's pretty sad. This guy here is I don't know what's going on with this. It could also again be getting eaten. I think I need to chop and prop this one. But that is a Colomnia Gloriosum Purpuria, I think it's what it's called. Purpuria. This is a rosemary propagation that I've tried to make, and yeah, I think it's turning up its toes as well, so it's disappointing. And then this guy here is another alocasia. This is a Sarian, which I got looking very, very sad. I think this one might have spiders or spider mites on it. Spider mites love alocasias, so that's usually where I've lost them. So that is everything outside. So now we can move inside. I've just chucked on my light inside because it is a little bit grey. Even though it's quite warm and the sun is out, it's a little bit grey, so we've turned the light on. And this one is a Cissus discolor, which I had to actually replace because my other one died. All of these leaves here are new. The ones that it came with from Bunnings are all crispy on the ends, as you can see. Same with these. And this one, they're all the leaves that it came with from Bunnings, but all of this here is new growth all the way up here. So the new growth is looking a lot better, which I'm here for. Up here, this is one of the plants that I want to take upstairs, and this is a Monstera Peru. As you can see, it's already got a little hole from something eating it. This is a fairly new plant to me. I bought this in, what was it called, the Black Friday sales. So this is a new one. It's dripping on my carpet, so I'll put that back. This guy is not very happy. So that's why I brought it down so I can keep an eye on it. This was upstairs and I think it possibly got a little bit too hot and the bottoms look like they were all just drying up. So these two in here, I just took the top off and tried to propagate them. So I don't know if they'll do anything. I just stuck them back in the soil to propagate. I did some reading because these should be Buddha's temple. So these, for some reason, they should be curled up and create a square, but they've all opened up. I can't get it to focus, but yeah, it's all opened up and yeah, they were dying, so I don't really know if these are going to last. These guys, again, it's not looking fabulous. There are a few leaves that just are a little bit wilty around the edge, but this is a strawberry begonia. It's not really a begonia, but that's what they call it, and it has all these little tendrils. I don't think I've got any at the moment, but it sends out tendrils that hang down. So I really want to get this in a hanging pot, but I don't have a hook to hang it up at this point yet. And finally, this guy needs a leaf removed, a leaf or two removed. This is a Calathea mosaica or a Japardia. I can't remember what the genus is because they have changed it. He looks a little bit crispy. He's not looking too happy. I might need to put this in my little greenhouse that I'll show you in a minute, because Calatheas generally like a lot of humidity. So they're the ones that are in the kitchen. Okay, heading into the laundry, I have some jewel orchids, and these guys have not been doing well since we moved. And I have them in this bowl, so it's kind of like a terrarium for them. So this one, let me see if I can, this guy here, what were you called? I can't remember what it was called, but this one was the Lucidia, I think is what it's called, jewel orchid. So I just have a spray bottle and I spray them daily usually for the humidity and the water. They might need a feed, which could be the problem, so I should try that. And hopefully we can see through the glass of my greenhouse. That is a Photonia that I got for free with my Cebu Blue that I showed off on the vlog the other day. This guy is a another Manjula Pothos. They had some for $13 on the same place I got the Monstera Peru on Black Friday, so I grabbed one of those, but obviously I left it too long in the sun and it got burned and this leaf is dying. And the new leaf also looks a bit burned, so I've got one good leaf, so hopefully it'll be okay. And this little guy in here, that is another Syngonium batic, which I had and I chopped right back because it was not looking happy. So this morning I noticed that it's got a new little leaf, as you can probably see there, a new little leaf coming out. So that's really thrilling because I chopped that right back and it has a couple of nodes on it. And yeah, this morning I noticed it has a leaf, so that's fantastic. Heading into the lounge room now, I have an air plant here which is looking a little bit crispy because I occasionally forget to water it. It's in this little prism terrarium that I really love, so that may or may not get replaced because he's looking pretty sad. It's a Tilasandia, I believe is what it's called. This is Simon's birthday present from his mum and stepdad, so we will be making beer at some point. Granger is now inside on the ground. A little bit cooler in here, buddy. Yeah, I know. Mummy's got a vacuum, doesn't she? Ugh. So there is my Cebu Blue that I showed you the other day. Up here we have Begonia escargot, which is this one at the front. And then over at the other side is a Syngonium neon. So like I said, I like my Syngoniums. Over here, you would have seen these on Instagram in my my yarn reveals. This is more of Simon's beer keg present. We don't have anywhere to put it as yet. This one is a Begonia maculata. So it's getting a bit tall. I don't know if I should chop it to make it maybe a bit more bushy, probably. This one is a Begonia looking glass, and it has not looked good since we moved here. I think possibly where it is, it gets too much sun in the afternoons, so it probably will need to move from here. The newer leaves are looking much better, but these old leaves are looking really sad. So again, that one probably needs to be chopped back and just let it regrow. And this little guy down here is an African violet. I don't know what type. It was one that my mother-in-law propagated for me from Simon's grandma's plant, so I was really pleased to get that, to have something that was part of grandma's collection. And lastly, tucked down in here, my diffuser is in here because Simon's stepdad knocked it over the other day. He knocked it right over the other side, so that was great. Anyway, I have a couple of plants down here. Oh, that needs a clean. This is another Hoya. It is a Hoya Carry Eye. So it's got the little heart-shaped leaves, so that's kind of the attraction that I had for that guy. And then here I have a Monstera Standaliana, and you can see it's a variegated plant, so it's got that lovely white leaf, and this new leaf that's just coming through that I just banged, and hopefully I have not hurt. Looks like it's got a little bit of variegation inside there, so I'm hoping that'll grow up and be a really nice white variegation in there. Up here in my bedroom we have a Ficus Taniki, I think is what it's called. It has these wonderful variegated leaves that I really love. This one was a lot more pink, but since it's been up here in the sun, it's gotten a lot more yellow. Oh gosh guys, it's warm up here. This is a Homelamina Maggie, and I love this plant. This one I got as a clearance for $7. And yeah, she's grown up real pretty. One of her original leaves needs to be cut off just here. But yeah, the rest of her has grown up real pretty. She is a thirsty lady, so I had her in some terracotta, but I've swapped her back into plastic with a cover pot. This little guy down here is my sad little Pepperomia and Watermelon, because it has been knocked off quite a few times. And yeah, there are a few leaves that really don't look good. Some newer leaves are coming through, but they're coming through quite ugly. So I don't know what the fate of this guy will be. I don't know if I should just chop him right back and try and propagate. I did try and put this in to propagate, but I don't think it's going to happen, and the one at the back definitely didn't. So that guy's pretty sad. And the last plant in my bedroom is this begonia. I don't know what type of begonia it is. I got it from IKEA, and all it said was begonia. It's a type of Begonia Rex. I think it could be a paisley, I think is what it's called. And it has both sort of pink variegated and this sort of, I guess, sagebrush type of green. This one has a bit of both. So yeah, this one's a really beautiful plant. I really love this one. So this one sits up next to my bed. And I literally have plants in all the rooms in my house. So we're coming here into this trash room again to show you the plants. You probably saw a little sneaky peek the other day when I came in to find the fabric. So this one over here, hopefully the light at the back is not going to bother too much. This one is another Begonia Rex. That's a red robin. It's looking pretty bad. I think it's a bit warm for it up here. Yeah, I think it might be a little bit warm up here for it, so it might need to shift. I have another Aglaonema here. This is a Night Sparkle, I believe is what it's called. This one's a little Peperomia jelly plant. I have a Philodendron Gloriosum in the back there, which is one of my pride and joys. I have another Syngonium Fantasy here. This one is sprouting a fully white new leaf, so I don't know if that plant is going to live, because obviously plants need chlorophyll to live, so if there's too many white leaves it's not probably going to live. This one down here is another little Peperomia. I think it's the Rana Verde. Hopefully that is focusing. And then I have, it's another peace lily. I'm not entirely sure what type this is. I think it's either a Jessica or a Sensation. Over in the back I have a little desert rose, which is a bit hit and miss. I don't quite know what it wants. I haven't found its happy place yet. But it does have some green leaves, which is good because I thought it was going to die. And then I have a variegated Oxalis triangularis here, so that is a lovely, lovely plant. Oh, I'm really sweating now, guys, as we head into the bathroom. And I've got a few more plants in here. Again, it might be hard to see. I'll just chuck the light on, see if that helps. This guy is a Plebonium, or a blue star fern is what this one's called. It's a little hard to see. Let's see. Yes, this one is a blue star fern. It's a little bit crispy on a couple of the edges because it's probably not humid enough in here. That's why I don't really like ferns. I can't seem to give them what they want here because Adelaide is usually quite dry, so I don't tend to give them exactly what they want. This one is another one of the Calathea mosaicas. This one was a huge unicorn plant for me, and I found this one online for $50, so I snapped it up. It's got some lovely new leaves come out, so it's got a couple that are dead over there that I need to get rid of, but yeah, this one's a trooper. It's really beautiful, and it's really growing quite well for me. This guy's really ugly, so I'm just going to let the bad light show you this guy. He's a Duffy fan. He's got a lot, actually no, let's pull him over. He's got a lot of dead fronds and I don't know what he wants. It's, like I said, it's another fern. This one probably I'll end up passing on as well before I kill it. Down here we have a Calathea orbifolia and it's looking very, very sad. These guys can be pretty picky with their water requirements. Sometimes they only like filtered water. I think a lot of the crispiness on this guy is because I had him outside. Yeah, and I think it was just too much heat and sun. So I brought him back into the bathroom to get a bit more humidity and see if I can get it to recover. It has yet to give me any new growth because I cut back a lot of leaves because it was looking quite bad. It's yet to give me any new growth, so I don't know how that one's going to go. I hope it can recover because that's one of my favorites. Up here is another one of my favorites. I'm not going to grab her down because she's on a macrame holder that I made, and that is a Syndapsis Pictus exotica. And there's two plants in there, and because I had two and I thought I'd combine them. One of them is looking really good because these are two new leaves here, and this other plant is not looking so good. The leaves are all curled and it did try to give me a new leaf, but yeah, that has just kind of died. So this side of the plant not so good, the other side of the plant's doing quite well, and I've only just turned that around this week. This side used to be over here, so I don't know, I hope it'll recover. At least half of it is in pretty good shape. Final plant is this one here. This is my mother Siltepecana that I took the propagation I mentioned outside off of, and she seems really happy here. So a lot of these, I think that leaf she had when we moved in, so all of these are new leaves, along with these top couple of leaves here are also new. So this is the shelf that I said I wanted to fill. I need some more toilet paper too. This is the shelf that I want to put some plants on, and I have an idea of some of them, like the Monstera Peru, and I think I want to bring up my Colomnia Gloriosum as well and pop it in here because, like I said, I don't think it's doing well outside and I think it's getting eaten. So I'm going to go downstairs now and pick the plants that I want, style them on here and show you how I go. And just quickly, if anybody was wondering, this is what I meant the other day when I said that I had the fabric for my flowers from my wedding. I made, like, I can't remember what they're called, pinwheels, I think. Pinwheels and some other type that you, they're like spirals, these ones back here. They're like a spiral, same with this one. and then we just put little buttons for the center. So that was my wedding bouquet, so I thought I'd share that because I spoke about it the other day. And here's the finished product. I don't think it's desperately attractive, but there's a few trailing plants in here. Like we've got obviously my Colomnia Gloriosum, the Peru should trail, the Syndapsis argyrius should trail, obviously my silver dollar vine. So yeah, once they all sort of grow, they should fill in and look a little bit better. I'd like to get some cover pots, but they're quite expensive, so for now I'm just sticking with saucers and plastic pots mostly. So I'm really hot now, as you can probably see. I'm a bit sweaty, I'm a bit red. So I'm back downstairs, and that is pretty much it for today's vlog. I think I will end it because it's going to be hot. I'm about to put the air conditioner on, I think. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that very quick tour through all of my plants. If you want to see a close-up of any of them, or if you want further updates in the future, please do let me know down in the comments. Tell me which one is your favourite as well. And yeah, I will catch you hopefully in tomorrow's vlog. So have a good one. See ya.